Hello everyone, I'm here in front of my raspberry patch to show you to never to give up. In 2016, I think it was, I purchased a raspberry plant, ever-bearing raspberry from Walmart. I paid, I think it was $8 back then. Arrived home, planted it right there. I will show you in a second. Only to arrive early fall to see it, what I thought was dead. It was just like a stick, no leaves, no nothing. I figured, hey, I bought it, I'm just gonna leave it there. Who knows what's gonna happen in the spring? Well, the next spring, I don't really remember what happened, but if I remember correctly, there was a new growth. At least one plant came up. So I figured, you know what, I don't know nothing about raspberries, I'm gonna leave it there, gonna try to find some more and put them next to it. It didn't happen, I didn't buy any more. Following year, which would be in 2018, I arrived at my raspberry patch and there were like 4 or 5 of them. So I was like, what is going on? I planted one, I thought it was dead. 2 years later, there were 3 or 4 plants. Well, I'm gonna tell you what happened. This is what happened. So what happens is the raspberry plant is actually a biannual plant, which means it will grow the first year. You might be lucky and get some fruits on the first year, but on the second year, the plant will produce a lot more fruits all over the plant. So if I look at this one here, this one is pretty much dead because I can see it from the bottom there and all the way up here. It is full of old fruits from last year. So this one, I could cut it up. Now, raspberries will propagate 2 different ways. Either the fruits will fall on the ground and the seeds from the fruit will actually sprout and become a plant on its own, or they are growing through the roots by what we call rhizomes. So that means that the roots keep growing, growing, and growing, and growing, and every time the roots grows, well, obviously it will create new shoots and you will get more plants. So that means that after that would be 8 years now, I have a full patch of beautiful, delicious raspberries that I can harvest every year. Now, this is spring. What you can do in spring is, if you want to give some away to a friend, a colleague, or family, you can just go and find a new one, dig them up, and plant them somewhere else. So I'm thinking about keeping this patch here, maybe making sure it doesn't spread more. It is already spread way too much. I will go all the way around and I will show you what my plan is. So since this is growing here next to my greenhouse, I will have to dig those up here and remove some of them so at least I can have a path through my greenhouse. Now I have a lot of them growing, as you can see, new shoots here, and I have a lot of space way back down my property down there where I can actually plant some more and create a new patch. I want to leave this patch here. I want to cut all those alders and spruces and have a little walk path here so that my raspberries are in a circle here. I will put some T-post in the 4 corners and try to get everything to stay inside. Now I can either mow the lawn here, which will be a huge trouble because, as you can see, they're spreading like crazy. Like, this is a little baby raspberry. This is a new growth from this year. I have another one here, and I found one in the greenhouse, so that means that the roots are all over the place here already. And I have another one here. Well, actually it's growing next to this one, so it's probably very, very close. And I have a lot of them, as you can see. A new one here. This is new. This one here, it's a very old one. This one could be cut. I should trim this one, give some more space out there, and clear this up a little bit. Those raspberries will produce fruit in July. At the end of July, I usually get a small harvest, and I get another small harvest usually early October, which is kind of weird because, you know, we have our first frost around mid-September. So usually even a month after the first frost, we get some delicious raspberries growing. So once again, I will take those shoots, dig them up. Of course, the roots will continue growing, but as you can see, I have a few shoots here, another one back there. There's probably a few ones in there that I can't see. I will dig up the ones that I don't want to have here, and I will go way back there and plant them up back there. In theory, you should also be able to cut living branch, a living stem, one that's I don't know if it needs to be first year or second year, but you should be able to cut it up, put it in soil, and the roots should start. Now imagine how many raspberries you can get from one plant. One plant, $7.99 8 years ago. If I dug them up, all I could find there, and sold them for, I don't know, they're probably going for like $13 now. I could sell them for like $10, even $5, and make a ton of money out of them. My goal is not to make money from people that need it. My goal is to teach. Of course, you watching my videos is helping me a lot financially, so thank you for that. I will dig a few of those. I already have a few dug up that I will bring to work to a few colleagues of mine, and there's enough for me to share. So if I can have another patch right here, have it grow that way, and have another patch behind the house, then I would be set for life with raspberries. And they're not like the wild ones. They're not like the tiny little ones you can get in the woods. They're actually like beautiful, nice, large raspberries, and they're delicious. So don't give up. If you find some, even on sale at the end of the season, that's when it's the best time to buy them. Buy them on sale, you won't pay as much. You can plant them, leave them in the ground. You never know what can happen. They will grow, they will spread, and you will have a beautiful, nice raspberry patch. And I will show you an update in the summer. But for now, there it is, my raspberry patch. Thank you for watching. Don't hesitate to share, like, subscribe if it's not already done, and I will see you next time.